Welcome back to CloudOps Lab. This is episode 7 of the DevOps Foundation series. In the earlier episodes, we moved from CI/CD into GitHub Actions, Docker, AWS deployment, and Kubernetes basics. Now we are continuing the same beginner-friendly path with monitoring and logging for production systems. Deployment is not the end of DevOps. After an application is running, you need to know whether it is healthy, whether users are affected, and where to look when something breaks. The goal of this episode is not to memorize every command. The goal is to understand the mental model so the tools become easier to learn later. When you learn DevOps, always ask 3 questions. What problem does this tool solve? Where does it fit in the path from code to production? What should I check before trusting it in a real release? For monitoring and logging for production systems, those questions are the difference between copying commands and actually understanding the workflow. Concept 1. Logs. Logs are event records from your application and infrastructure. Good logs explain what happened, when it happened, and enough context to investigate without guessing. Concept 2. Metrics. Metrics are numbers over time. CPU usage, request count, error rate, latency, memory usage, and queue depth are common examples. Metrics help you see trends and alert on symptoms. Concept 3. Traces. Traces follow a request as it moves through services. They're especially useful in microservices because one user request may pass through several systems. Concept 4. Alerts. An alert should point to something actionable. Alerting on every small warning creates noise. Alert on customer impact, failing health checks, high error rates, or exhausted resources. Concept 5. Dashboards. A dashboard should answer a question quickly. Is the service up? Are errors increasing? Is latency normal? Can we connect a deployment to a change in behavior? Now let us connect this to the full DevOps chain. Code still starts in Git. A pipeline still checks the code. Docker still gives us a repeatable artifact. Cloud and Kubernetes still run the application, but monitoring and logging for production systems helps us manage the next layer of reliability. This is why DevOps is not one tool. It is a system of habits. You want changes to be visible. You want infrastructure to be repeatable. You want releases to be automated. You want failures to be easy to investigate. You want learning projects to look like small versions of real production systems. Here is the beginner checklist for this topic. 1. Send application logs to a central location. 2. Include timestamps, request IDs, and clear error messages. 3. Track basic metrics, traffic, errors, latency, and saturation. 4. Create health checks for your service. 5. Alert on user impact, not just noisy internal warnings. 6. Keep dashboards focused on release health. 7. Check logs and metrics after every deployment. 8. Document the first 3 places to look during an incident. 9. Review alerts regularly and remove noise. If you can explain these points in your own words, you are no longer just watching DevOps tutorials. You are building a practical mental model. Before we finish, remember this.
You do not need to become an expert in every tool immediately. Start with the workflow, then learn the commands, then build small projects, then improve the setup one piece at a time. In the next episode, we will turn the series into interview preparation by looking at common DevOps beginner questions. If you want the free DevOps Foundations checklist, check the link in the description. Subscribe to CloudOps Lab and comment monitoring if you want a follow-up hands-on lab for this topic.